And I want to bring us to another topic. We're in South Carolina. It's the first primary with a significant black voting population. Your numbers appear to be slipping with black voters. And I'm wondering if you could respond about why that is happening to you at this particular time.
Well, first of all, the latest poll I saw, my numbers, I'm still 15 points ahead. The latest poll.
Yes, you're correct.
But look.
But Senator Sanders is in striking distance of you. You are within the margin of error in this state.
Well, it depends on which poll. Look, I've earned the vote. I've worked like the devil to earn the vote of the African-American community, not just here, but across the country. I've been coming here for years and years, creating jobs here, making sure that the port, for example, that employs 1 in 11 people, we put $500 million in our administration just into this county. We've created jobs for people. The people know me. My entire career has been wrapped up in dealing with civil rights and civil liberties. I don't expect anything. I plan to earn the vote. I'm here to ask. I'm here to earn it. But, folks, I intend to win South Carolina, and I will win the African-American vote here in South Carolina.
Mr. Biden, will you continue if you do not win South Carolina? You have said that South Carolina will determine the outcome of this presidential race. If you don't win South Carolina, will you continue in this
race? I will win South Carolina.
All right. Well, it didn't look like you wanted to answer that question.
Well,
but,
he's got to win South Carolina, and he's got to win the African-American vote. And the reason why he went after Steyer, all right, when you would think, why go after Steyer? Why not focus on Bernie? It's because Steyer's eating into Biden's numbers with African-Americans in South Carolina.
Well, it sure looks like, Johnny. I think Steyer spent like $15 or $20 million just in South Carolina. Lined up a whole bunch of African-American elected officials who were behind him, and they're bringing their constituencies. So that might be dipping into
Which is why he slammed Steyer for owning a private prison that hog-tied prisoners, right? That was a shot to get back those votes.
Well, winning is everything. But in Biden's case, not only does he have to win, but he has to win convincingly. Yeah. This cannot be a photo finish for Biden, right? He has to show strength heading into Super Tuesday. If he wins by a few percentage points, it's not going to look good. He has to win at least by 10 to 15 points, mirroring the poll that he actually cited.
I think you're right. And I'm just going to point out maybe the elephant in the room. You're black. Do you think his favorability with blacks is slipping?
I think it's slipping a little bit. You know, the thing is that you have Tom Steyer, you have Bloomberg, for whatever reason, is gaining a lot of support, not only from the black electorate, but also from black intellectuals and black political leaders. The latest, of course, is Mayor David Dinkins backing Bloomberg. That might actually hurt Biden. We don't know yet. We'll see how it all shakes out in South Carolina as well as Super Tuesday.
So, guys, never one to be outdone. The president weighed in this morning, and he had some choice words for his recap. He said, crazy, chaotic Democratic debate last night. Fake news, said Biden did well, even though he said half of our population was shot to death. Would be over for most. Mini Mike was weak and unsteady, but helped greatly by his many commercials, which are not supposed to be allowed. And he continued, the president, during a debate, which his commercials ran during the debate, which was weird. Pocahontas was mean and undisciplined, mostly aimed at crazy Bernie and Minnie. They don't know how to handle her, but I know she's a choker, or a chocker. Steyer was a disaster, who, along with Minnie, are setting records in dollars per vote. Just give me an opponent already. We don't even need writers on one show.
That is a classic Trump tweet.
I have to retweet that.
Yeah. Just give me an opponent already. Just tell me who I'm playing over here. It is.
It reminded me of what President Trump said about Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
Biden's like, look, I could go out into the middle of America and shoot 150 million people and still get voted.
Yeah, I think he meant to say like 150,000 gun crimes, and he said 150 million. There's only like 300 million people in the country, so unless half of them got murdered last night, his numbers, and
it's terrible.
Let's call it what it is here, right? He's forgotten where he is. He says he's in Vermont when he's in New Hampshire and vice versa.
Running for Senate.
He's saying that he did things when he was in office that happened when he was no longer in office. I feel like his facilities are slipping, and I think people are kind of seeing that, me personally.
And just as importantly, the money is not going in to the Biden campaign. He's desperate on cash, which is why he needs a win. He needs a big win in South Carolina. He needs some momentum going into Super Tuesday. If he doesn't get that,
But
he's
here's
toast.
the thing, right? He's been in politics, 40, 50 years, whatever it is. He has no real record to run on. He mentions Barack Obama. Why? Because he's the first black president, and President Barack Obama is popular among Democrats. So any time that he actually has an opportunity to tout something, is directly linked to Obama, not linked to his 40 years in office.
So one of the things that I thought was interesting last night was they actually took aim at Bernie on some of his gun policies. And Amy Klobuchar, everybody thinks Bernie's all Mr. Progressive Liberal and everything. Amy Klobuchar was pointing out that he voted 5 times against this boyfriend loophole, where if there's domestic violence in the house and it's not the husband, that guy could still go out and get a gun. I didn't realize Bernie had such a suspect voting record on guns.
Well, Hillary Clinton brought this up, right? In 2016, she hit him on his gun votes over and over again. I'm just surprised the Democrats have taken this long to jump on that issue.
Did you think Bernie was a little off guard last night? I don't think he was ready for the amount of incoming that was
Bernie's
coming.
never been a front runner. Now he knows what it feels like to actually be in leadership. So if he can't take that, how can he take the Oval Office?
I think he took the hits. He certainly wasn't like a pinata like Mike Bloomberg was the other week. So he took the hits and he kept on with his very specific statement, right? Free health care, free college tuition, free child care.
If he wants to really make an impact, he has to broaden the base. He has to find a way to appeal to moderates.
No, he doesn't. Not to win the Democratic nomination.
Okay.
Because the moderate conservative Democrats are so divided among the other candidates with this split field, all he needs is his base pulling African-American votes in key places like South Carolina and the Latino vote, and he will win.
But he also has to start thinking about that second ballot at the convention.
That's for sure. All right, we're going to have to leave it there, boys. Thank you so much for mixing it up. These guys are the best of the best. Just like you for watching Newsmax, the fastest growing cable network in America. We're going to take a quick break. More Liquid Lunch Women Wednesday right after this.